It is Wednesday, almost to the end of August. We are right there. With me, as always, is your favorite Merce, Tomas Rincon. Your mic isn't working. You're muted. Now, your favorite Merce actually might be Paul Flowers, but it could also be Tomas. I don't know.
I'm an idiot.
There you go.
I haven't even started drinking yet, and I'm an idiot. Yep. Awesome. Good stuff. Good stuff. Hey guys, I have tequila. Which
I thought you weren't doing hard liquor.
I decided to say yes to tequila. Because if you ever get the chance to actually try this brand of tequila, it's fucking amazing. Usually can't find it. Was going to go get some beatboxes, and I found it. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to get it.
Fair enough.
It's been a little while, so.
Fair enough.
Oh, nuts. What is your problem today?
All right. So, we have a fantastic show set up for you. Going to talk a little bit about a concert that I just went to. And one of the big takeaways that I had from the concert, and then talk about some other things that are going to relate it that we'll kind of get into. That really they're going to piggyback. They're going to piggyback off of each other. But before we do that, let's get into some shots.
Yes, I've been anticipating this all day ever since I found this. I found it this morning, actually. It was kind of quite the find.
We did say last time we were going to talk about dreams too.
Oh, I would love to talk about dreams. That was the whole point of the podcast, but yes. I remember my line of thinking for that. Yes. Perfect.
All right. Would you like to go first or second?
I would like to go first.
Okay, so go right ahead.
Mine is not super weird, but I think it's relevant and important. This shot goes out to all the mentors that teach the hard way. And by teaching the hard way, I mean putting pressure on your students, putting pressure on your mentees, and making them grow through hardship. Not like vicious, hazing, bullying kind of hardship, but the kind of mentors that really push you to your limit. They're the fucking best. I finally get to see that relationship from the outside, and it is making an amazing flyer, and it's really cool to see. So kudos to those people.
See, the question is, are they doing it to push people that hard, or do they just want to be a dick?
Nope, to push people that hard.
Fair enough.
She only does it to that other person during missions.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it's interesting to see, because that's how I learn best, is through pressure, personally.
Yeah.
So seeing someone else like that and seeing them being treated the way I was treated is eye-opening. It's awesome. It's awesome outside looking in, not inside looking out.
Yeah, obviously very different from that way. Because you were probably going, God, why do they fucking hate me, those bunch of assholes?
Yes, it was like, well, fuck me. Like it was a whole thing, and he's been the same way, but yeah, it's working. It's really cool.
Fair enough.
Do your shot, and I got to talk about this, our sponsor.
All right. So, trying to figure out how exactly I want to word this. But this shot is for kids who have to go through things that are beyond their control at an early age. Parents going through divorce or losing a parent, You know, it's got to be hard. Being a kid is hard enough, and having stuff like that thrown at you. Cheers to you. Life gets better. Keep fighting.
And then it gets worse, then it gets better, then it gets worse. Then you get to see tits, and then it's really awesome for a while there.
So not everybody gets to see tits.
That's true. Why'd you have to make it sad? When was the last time you made lemonade from scratch?
Last summer.
And so it's something you consciously, consistently do.
It was last summer, so no.
Oh. Okay. So,
It was
anyways,
a year ago.
I have gone through a spiritual journey of making the best lemonade.
Oh,
This is my 9th iteration, and it's a mixture of limes, lemons, and an orange. When I tell you this is the most refreshing drink I've ever had in my entire life.
yeah, but I also know how you make Kool-Aid, so I can just imagine the amount of sugar that's in that.
A lot. Less than what I normally make lemonade because the orange. The orange sweetens it up a lot.
Oh,
And then I did one iteration where I just used agave syrup, and it was good, but it's a different flavor that reminded me too much of a margarita.
gotcha.
If that makes any sense. But yes,
Yeah,
amazing. Now it's time to try it with other fruits.
something really good. Get the Sprite Refresh, which is a lemon lime cherry.
Okay.
It's pretty tasty.
So is Shirley Temple?
No, that'd be like a cherry 7-Up, which they've made before. Like, I suppose you can't see it, but it is literally like it's cherry.
Oh, that could be really good.
It's pretty solid. We mistakenly found it one day and got it as like I tried to think zero,
Which,
the zero sugar.
yeah.
And I mistakenly got it. I didn't even realize it and started drinking it. I'm like, God, this fucking Sprite is delicious. What is this? And I
Changed your life?
looked and it was cherry lime, and like that's all we buy now, but you can't find it anywhere because it's fucking sold out.
Huh. I've never even. I remember when they had their tropical Sprite. That was really good.
Like I went to the gas station. My wife's like, hey, if they have this, get it. And I found it in the cooler and bought 2 20 ounces. And I even walked up to we have that back in? He goes, we ran out because I drank it all last time. He's, some teenage kid, probably late teenage kid that works at a gas station. So
Yeah.
he's probably not kidding when he said he drank it all.
I mean, I did that when the Mountain Dew came out. The cherry Mountain Dew.
Code Red?
No. The Halo Edition Mountain Dew. It's like a.
Oh.
I can't remember the flavor. It's the best flavored soda on the history of the planet. And that's 100% nostalgia speaking. 100%. I know that.
Okay.
It came out with every Halo
Sometimes that's the best place.
Super, super tasty. But, yeah. Okay. I'll look it up. I'll look for it. I don't know. I doubt I'll find it if it's as good as you say it is.
You never know. You're in Texas, though. There's a lot more stuff down there than there is up here.
Is there really?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I know we have Big Red.
Like
and
Big
you guys
Red?
don't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but Big Red's
There's
made
a couple
here.
other things. There's a couple other things that I found. Like we used to not be able to get. I think it was Dr Pepper Cherry Zero.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Like I had it down at my in-laws, and then I looked for it up here and couldn't find it anywhere.
Huh.
So
Yeah, I guess that's fair. We don't get Mr. Pibb. I do miss Mr. Pibb.
at all.
At all.
Did you know that is spicy cherry soda?
No, I did not know that.
That's what it. Look it up. That's what it says on the can. Mr. Pibb, spicy cherry soda.
It's delicious, is what it is. I love me some Mr. Pibb. And I will always drink some Mr. Pibb.
It's crazy how many places don't have Mr. Pibb. Like everybody has Dr. Pepper, but like we'll be traveling, across the state, and we'll stop at gas stations.
Yeah. I'm telling you, there's some stuff that we don't even get down here. We don't get Jones Soda either.
You're not missing out there. That's just gross.
I like it. The cherry strawberry or the lime strawberry lime. It's great.
Well, have you heard? You've watched. You ever watched Letterkenny?
Yes.
Did the
Go.
I can't think of his name now. It's been a while since I've seen it. But the heavier set friend,
Yeah.
he does a stand-up kit about how many types of Captain Crunch there is in the United States versus how many they have in Canada.
Is it a marginal difference?
Apparently so. Like they have like Captain Crunch and like maybe Captain Berries, and he's like, you guys have like 15 types of Captain Crunch.
I guess. I mean, I know our Fruit Loops have marshmallows in them now.
That's gross.
They're just delicious, actually.
That sounds terrible.
I got in an argument with my nephew about whether or not each individual loop tastes different.
I've seen that TikTok too.
I was trying to gaslight him into thinking it does.
They don't.
Yeah, they don't. Maybe. When's the last time you had Fruit Loops? Maybe they do.
I don't know. I think we have some in our cupboard. I just don't eat them.
You ever think of the fact that the tricks changed their shapes because we can't see them anymore because they're made for kids?
I have.
There's a lot of things. Did you read that article about the fact that we were actually adapting to be water mammals? Like otters?
Who was?
Humans.
Oh,
There's like empirical
Yeah.
research out there about some genetic traits that we have that like imply that we were actually for a time half aquatic and then came back to land.
I've seen Waterworld.
I mean, that's different. Well, no, not really. We have a lot of things like most mammals can't hold their breath.
I don't know. I've seen dogs swim underwater.
Yeah, that's dog. I said most, not all of them. There's some pretty cool evidence out there. Actually.
Cool.
But yeah. Anyways, how was your concert? Who did you see?
So we got to see Pearl Jam live in the Grizzly Stadium, which the University of Montana.
I think you were the youngest people there, right?
No.
That's kind of surprising.
It was a really weird crowd. There was some really young kids sitting next to us, like 12, 13. And there was some older people, which, I mean, Pearl Jam's been touring since like 1992.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's an older crowd band.
Yeah, I mean, I would say I was probably the median age,
Yeah.
with the people that I was there with, 40s is about the average age. But I mean, tickets were also pretty expensive. It was a cool show. I mean, they're a really, really good live band. Like, I don't know, you've probably seen, some bands that you see live, you're kind of like, that was a cool show. They suck live. Like, these guys rocked.
Motley Crue was both a bad show and a bad band.
Yeah. I will say the biggest thing that I didn't like was how political they were.
It's music.
It was almost like it was almost like we were at like a campaign rally for some of it.
For which end?
For like, it was the blue side for sure.
Oh, okay.
Like, they were talking about getting some guy reelected. I fucking wasn't listening. I was just like, and it would be one thing if, you kind of did it and then moved on, but like they did it and then they sang a song and then they talked about it some more and talked about going out and voting. And it was a lot, which I was kind of like, I don't even live in this state. I fucking couldn't care any less, buddy.
Yeah. I mean, just hear listen to some music.
But I will say Pearl Jam is also one of those bands that I think most people have probably heard a song or two by them and would enjoy the concert. Like, it's not... I think some of those concerts you go to, like, if you went to, like, a rap concert, like, you have to be into rap
Oh,
I
yeah.
think most people can get into can enjoy a rock type music, and the other thing I will say that was really, really shocking is they've been on tour since 1992, something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Their lead singer, Eddie Vedder, was so terrible at public speaking.
Really?
He would talk and guys, we should so many fucking and in there.
It's kind of weird.
And I'm just like, you've been doing this for 30 years and been saying and because I brought it up to my sister. I was like, you think that he would be better at public speaking? She goes, oh, and do you think he should? It's like, okay, I wasn't the only one that was very upset by this.
I could see that. Yeah.
Crazy. I didn't realize they had so much of a following. There was a guy that we were talking to. He's been to 11 Pearl Jam shows. He said he was meeting friends there that had been to 26.
Damn.
Yeah.
I mean, groupies, but still,
Yeah.
that's kind of wild. I mean, if that's your thing, then, more power to you.
I will say probably the coolest part. I mean, obviously the music was good. We had some drinks, spent way too much money on drinks, which that's any concert you go to.
Yeah.
But one of the cool things that I was kind of watching was my brother is not a super emotional person.
Mm-hmm.
He's very calm, level, even when you work him up, I mean, he still generally will maintain his calm. He doesn't, show a ton of emotion. And he was fucking rocking out. I think I sent it to you. I was like, I love watching people have this emotional reaction.
You did.
To the music. Especially somebody who, watching my brother who isn't normally an emotional person. And you could just see the sheer joy he was having with watching the show. It was really cool. And a lot of the people, there was a lot of people that were really fucking sticks in the muds too. I was really surprised by that. There was one guy that was fucking plugging his ears the whole time.
Maybe he's autistic.
Well, why did you come to a concert?
I don't know. Why does a man do anything?
Yeah.
For a girl.
I will say, I didn't do this on purpose. I was along for the ride, just so everybody's aware of this. But when they were trying to get tickets, there was about 5 people trying to get tickets, and they knew there was going to be 6 of them. So they were all trying to get 6 tickets. Well, they ended up 2 people got in and got 6 tickets. So they had 6 extra tickets, right?
Okay.
So my brother had 6, and then another guy they know had 6. And the other guy he just went through and got rid of his 6 tickets and sold them to different people. And one of them happened to be somebody that his girlfriend used to work with. And she was, she's got a disability. She had cancer in her hip when she was 8 and is missing a leg.
Okay.
And so when we got there, there was a line of about fucking 3,000 people going through the metal detectors to get in. Well, we got to walk all the way to the back because we had to go in with her, because with how they do the tickets, whoever buys them has to bring everybody in. So we had to go in.
You had to.
Well, and we had his ticket. So there was because all the tickets are on phones and shit.
Mm-hmm.
So, although by the time we walked completely around the stadium to get to that door, we probably would have gotten to the front of the line, but
that's true. But it still makes you feel special.
It made me feel weird,
yeah.
Going through that entrance. But I felt bad for her. That's got to be hard.
You get used to it.
Do ya?
You see those vets that talk about it, and yeah, the biggest thing is you now have all these vets that are used to walking. So you get the implant, right? You get a replacement leg, and they're used to walking with this stiff replacement leg, and then there's like 1,000 other legs now, right? Like with hydraulics and
Yeah.
band and everything. 90% of them are like, fuck all that extra shit. Just give me a mop, break it in half, and stick it to my nub, and I'm good to go. Because that's
Oh, she didn't have a prosthetic. She had one leg and crutches.
that's weird.
Yeah.
That's really weird. I mean, they're expensive.
You want to know the super politically incorrect thing that happened?
What?
After the show, they were going to leave, and one of the people that helped him get a ticket, they were like walking her out, and you're like, all right, well, we'll see you later, because she apparently rode her bike there, which apparently she's got a pedal bike with her hands. And she was struggling to get going, and she's like, can I push you? Can I do that? Is that allowed? And like pushed her, and she's like, you can, but you should ask first, please.
He asked. You know, it's all good if you asked. What? She rides a bike?
Yeah.
What the fuck is up with this lady?
I don't know. That is such a weird fucking town.
Yeah, obviously.
Missoula, Montana. Yeah, I don't recommend it.
What? You know what she needs, Matt? Is an e-bike.
That's everybody needs an e-bike.
I definitely don't. God, I have so much to tell you that I can't tell you on the podcast. Please remind me later. All right,
Savage Corn, I 100% agree with you. She was a very resilient person who, yeah, she is not giving up. She says, fuck you, throw the rocks. I'm fighting and doing what I want to do.
I don't think
I
anyone's
agree.
gonna
She
throw
was
rocks
badass.
at this lady without a leg.
No, I'm saying she's like, life has thrown rocks at her,
Yeah.
and she's saying, fuck you, taking it on the chin and fucking charging forward.
Was she pretty?
No, not really, but I'm married. I don't look at women like that.
No, your answer's good enough. That's because if she was pretty and you didn't want to like be like, oh, she's gorgeous, you'd have been like, she's all right. You were like, no, not really. Gotcha. Well, maybe she's getting, maybe she's all about fitness, keeping herself healthy, getting exercise.
Maybe. Obviously, she can't run, so
She can swim, kind of like a dolphin.
that'd be more mermaid.
That's true. I mean, like a fish, all of them.
Yeah.
It's interesting to think about how rough life is, but not knowing really any better. It goes back to the question I asked the group chat last week: is when does a blind person know when to stop wiping?
Yeah.
You never answered.
Well, I don't know. I'm not blind, I guess.
I don't know. Sniff test probably, but yeah,
I would assume. I mean,
as long as it's not the taste test. No.
but it's funny though, because then the people whose house we stayed at, the guy has been good friends with my sister forever, and he actually has half an arm. Like he's from the
What is
elbow
with this
down.
town?
He was just born like that. Super nice guy, awesome dude.
Yeah.
And he is the most resilient person too. Like we were out fishing, and he caught a couple fish, and I'm like, oh, I can fillet those. He's like, no, I got it, and just like punching him down with his nub, and fucking like damn near cutting himself, getting blood all over his nub and stuff. I'm like, dude, I can do this. He's like, no, I got it, man.
It's like you don't have a point to
All
prove.
right.
It's okay if you let me cut the fish. Yeah, I mean, good for them though.
So, yeah,
Oh my god, you should have asked him if he ever wanted a claw, like a hook.
he has one.
You shit.
He wears it most of the time. No, and I think he can even open and close it too.
Like the fucking little dinosaur things that like the
No, his opens like this way,
Oh, that's lame.
so that we can grab stuff with it.
We should make him a sword hook.
Sort of.
Just like a little blade on the end of it. Oh, hold on. Let me put on my knife hand. It's so dope. I'm going to hell. Actually, no, I'm not. That's not even that bad.
That's really, I would say, that's, if anything, you're improving his life by giving him a sword hand.
Honestly, I think it's. I got my buddy. He got disabled because he fell off the back of an aircraft, and so he needs to walk with a cane for the rest of his life. And so before he got, because he was in my unit, before he got out, I got him a cane that had a sword in it.
Nice.
And he was like, "This is a fucking badass gift." I'm like, "I know. If I had to wear a cane for the rest of my life, I want a sword to be in there."
One, but
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
Well, I mean, it'd just be weird if you wore it.
Yes, I guess so.
I
Anyways,
mean, I don't even know how you would wear a cane.
just put it on your belt loop, kind of like a sword. But yeah,
Fair enough.
it was weird. It's interesting. Disabilities are interesting. They're also very scary.
Yes.
Just to think about, just to process that. My favorite memory growing up is I was dating a girl and her uncle had cerebral palsy, but not the cerebral palsy. Man, and maybe it's not cerebral palsy, but he basically just didn't walk great, right? And he looked like the epitome of a special needs person. The way he behaved and stuff, the way he couldn't really talk and communicate, but his mental facilities were all there. So if you texted him or if he wrote something down, which was hard, it was easy for him to text stuff. He was mentally just a normal dude, and he loved to drink. This motherfucker was drink like a fish, and so we were all hanging out drinking beers. I was like 19, and he gets up from the table and he's doing his little stumble walk away from the table. He's like, "What?" And I think it was her dad, was like, "Whoa, Ken, chill the fuck out, dude. You're drinking so much, you're about to start walking straight." Like, so stupid. But that's like burnt in my brain. I don't know.
Fair enough.
Okay. So, dreams. First of all.
Okay, well, hold on. All right,
Okay,
so
keep going. Yeah.
we were talking about emotional reactions. Like I said, we were talking about emotional reactions to having the concert, and things like that. So how big of a part do you think your emotions play in your dreams and what you dream about?
Oh,
Like,
the
do
biggest
you,
one.
well, do you think, like, people say that they had a dream about something? Do you think people have premonitions with their dreams? Can people see the future in their dreams? What are dreams? Why do you have them?
So dream offloading psychological stress, trauma, and just baggage from your psyche. And it's like when you clean up your desktop, right? It's like that. It's like a disk cleanup. It gets rid of a lot of useless stuff. Which is,
Okay.
now this is all hearsay and a theory, right? Nothing's confirmed. You can't really confirm this shit. But that's what it's for. And it's to help you process things and make sense of things and be more comfortable with things. Your emotions absolutely influence dreams, 100%, but so do like stressors. When it comes to seeing the future, I've had dreams that have then come to fruition. However, I don't think I'm seeing the future. I just think my brain is giving me the thing that's most probable to happen, and that probable thing happened. It's not like I have a video memory of a one for the dream and the thing that happened. It was a very like, oh, I had a dream about this. I remember the dream about this. But it's something that is so likely to happen that it's just, it did happen.
So then why, if we're like understanding emotions and thoughts that you bottled up and stuff, then why do dogs dream?
Dogs have emotions.
But they're not like bottled up and like stuff they need to work through.
How do you know?
Have you ever known a dog not to express 100% of the emotion that it's feeling right then?
You never know. Dogs can, and how do we know dogs dreaming, not dogs not just doing something fucking weird?
So dogs dream about weird things?
No, like dog could not be dreaming. Dog could just be, I don't know, like just making weird noises and running in his sleep. You know, whatever. It's a dog. Dogs are weird. We're not dogs. We're never gonna know for sure if dogs are dreaming.
Oh, I agree. Yeah. Or like, okay, I saw a baby today, fast asleep, and it was smiling while it was dreaming.
That's gas.
What do you think? Smiling
Yeah.
while you're asleep is gas?
Yeah.
You're just making stuff up.
No, it's the release of pressure in your blah blah blah. Probably silent but deadly for the baby if you didn't hear anything, but yeah. And then you feel a sense of pleasure because there's not a bunch of pressure built up. You're not uncomfortable anymore, and you're just
No, this wasn't like a, hey, I just did something. Like this was like a, hey, oh, I'm smiling, I'm happy, and then back.
I mean, babies can dream too. Like I said, it's especially if your brain's developing, for sure. I don't know. No one knows anything for sure about dreams. Dreams are weird, but they're really interesting. You know, and I'm usually the first to be on board for like anything kind of weird, but I don't necessarily think you can dream about the future. Or, yeah, I do think dreams play a vital role on your mental health, and you need to dream. But
I don't know if you do. Like, because I know that there was probably a little while there that I did dream.
what was
Or that I didn't remember.
during that time? I feel like.
Huh?
What was happening during that time?
It was several years.
Yeah, what was happening?
I had kids. I was busy doing stuff. I don't know.
Too busy to dream.
Too busy to dream. I don't know, because then it's weird. Like I had like really vivid dreams there for a little while. So yeah, I don't know if it was just that I was sleeping really well or
Not sleeping very well at all.
maybe.
I don't know. I'm not a dream psychologist. I do like dreams.
Have you ever learned to control? Like I used to dream a lot when I was a kid. Did you learn to ever to control your dreams?
I've done it a couple of times. And I've never been consistent with it. For lucid dreaming, you have to have something that reminds you that you're in a dream. So, for me, it's been checking my phone and then checking it again. And if it's different, you're dreaming. You can't read in a dream.
Why can't you read in a dream?
I don't know. Try reading in a dream the next time you're in a dream and you remember. You can't read in a dream.
Why would I want to read in a dream?
I don't listen. Read something on your phone, even like you cannot read in a dream. That's not how dreams work.
That's what are you talking
I'm being
about?
dead
Like you have
serious.
rules for dreams?
That's not my rules. I didn't
You
write
can't-
them.
Then how are you saying you can't read in a dream? What are you talking about?
Try reading the next time you're in a dream and let me know.
That's the last thing I want to do in a dream is read.
Like, check your phone.
What kind of dreams are you having that you're reading?
Like, I mean, okay.
We have very different.
the most.
We have
recent
very
thing
different dreams.
I remember is like I was being handed a pamphlet when I was walking down the street, and I went to read the pamphlet, and it was all fucking weird, and I woke up.
Was it a sex pamphlet on the Vegas Boulevard?
I don't know. It was just like it didn't make any sense. I was looking at it and I was like, "What the fuck is going on? Why can't I read this?" And then I woke up.
Did you have a dream about aliens being on Earth and you got a pamphlet about a strange alien prostitute? And you couldn't figure it out?
I definitely have had weird dreams. The weirdest one to date is when me and Queen Elizabeth made a rocket ship to go fight werewolves on the moon. That's not even bullshit. That was the main objective. Why do you think I'm so obsessed with Queen Elizabeth? She came to me in my dream. That's how I knew she was down. But yeah, I mean, I have weird dreams all the
Did
time.
you come to her in the dream?
What?
Did you come to her in the dream?
I tried. She turned me down. She's a lady. No, dreams are really interesting. They're really cool. But the conversation I was going to have with you doesn't necessarily pertain to like sleeping dreams. Also like ambitions. Okay, so It's more than one. It's double-sided conversation. Did you, like, what was
Okay.
your dream growing up?
I didn't really have a dream growing up.
Like when you were a kid? I want to be a firefighter.
Yeah.
A lot of kids nowadays, I want to be a YouTuber, you know.
Video game player. My oldest kid always wants to be. He wanted to be a geologist and a scientist, and like, pretty sure he's going to do something with science.
Knowing how fucking smart he is? Yeah.
But no, I never really had that like dying drive. Like, I maybe wanted to play football.
Okay.
Um,
Is our chat
But I
getting
just
more
was-
thoughts?
no, there's Savage Corn is in there.
Oh, good.
He said famous TikTokers dream for kids.
That's, I mean, motherfucker's not wrong.
Yeah.
But seriously, like, fucking at school, they're like, what do you want to be when you grow up? And you just wrote nothing.
I'm sure I put a lot of the generic stuff: firefighter, police officer, lawyer. You know, I think I put football player a lot.
That makes sense. But no,
I love playing football.
no dream.
No.
What about now?
Why? What about you?
Oh, dude, it changed every year. Based off the book I was reading that dictated what I wanted to be when I grew up. Astronaut, architect,
Fair.
vet, like, it just moved around so goddamn much.
So nothing's changed.
Nope. Still the same motherfucker, just bigger. What about now?
Like a dream?
You win the lottery. You
My-
no longer need to worry about money for the rest of your life. You win the super lottery.
The super lottery?
Yeah.
I don't know. I would just go have fun, do shit,
Like what?
everything. I'd go fishing. I'd go camping. I'd go travel the world. Go see people. Build stuff. Invest in stuff. Help people make money. Live good lives.
Very Tony Stark of you.
Help my kids. Help my kids enjoy their lives and figure out what they want to do and pursue their dreams.
Would you tell anyone you were a super millionaire?
No.
Yeah.
No. Well, maybe. I would want to start a TV show like Shark Tank where I invest in shit. I'd make people come bring me their stuff.
But only dumb stuff.
Maybe dumb stuff.
Okay. Well, that's not what I thought you were going to say. I thought you were going to be very much along the lines of run into the woods and never be seen from again.
No. I like to gamble way too much for that.
What would you do if you won the super lottery? Put it all on black, obviously.
Yeah. I want to bankrupt the fucking casino.
It's doable. Yeah, okay. I mean, sure. I always thought, knowing you as I did, there would be some sort of differential ambition there, but I guess I was wrong. Not like you have bad ambition. It's actually very, very noble.
Zero part of me wants to work every day for the rest of my life. And there's nothing, like, I get bored too easily with doing stuff. Like,
Really?
it takes, like, I can get interested in something for, 3-4 years, and then it's like, all right, let's find something else to do,
Okay. Well, I mean, I think that's very human of you.
Yeah, I think everybody's like that. Like, that's the hardest part. Like, I think that most people fail to grasp, like, even, it doesn't matter what fucking job you pick. It doesn't matter. 90% of the jobs you pick are going to be the same fucking thing, doing the same thing every day. If you're a lawyer, you're mastering studying for cases. If you're a doctor, you're mastering the human body and how to fix it. If you're an EMT, you're mastering how to respond in emergency situations and keep people alive. If you're a firefighter, you're practicing sweeping up glass from car accidents.
That was
Like-
that was good.
Like, but every single job, you are just mastering doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over again.
You are. Absolutely. And then after
Like,
you get
that's
to a certain
every
point,
single job.
after you get to a certain point, you're managing people doing that job.
If you're stupid and want to go into management, yes. I'm just joking, man. It's,
I was about to say, like, but I don't know if I want to sweep glass for 30 years, but
see, but that's they. I mean, 1 out of 100, there is a house fire that they get to go spray water on
they do get to spray shit with a hose, and they get to have sleepovers with their best friends. Firefighters got it
all
good.
the time.
Yeah, they got it pretty good.
That's if their best friends are there. Like, what if you get in a firehouse that you
Oh.
don't have best friends at?
You'll trauma bond. It's fine. There will be strife, but there's always strife, usually caused by women. You ever see that article about the camping, like the survival men versus women survival island?
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, that's rough. But okay, well,
The men are living their best lives, and
having a
the women
fucking
can't do
ball.
anything.
They're full. They're not thirsty, and they're having a great ass time. The women were about to die. Yeah, that's where that went. That's rough. And I just think I don't necessarily think that's a reflection on men versus women. I just think that's a reflection on who they picked. For
It was
that.
just that group.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's plenty.
I know plenty of badass chicks that would survive way better than men.
Yeah, absolutely.
My sister being one of them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she would outlast me she would probably outlast me in the wilderness.
It's a good.
But she was part of like the Montana Conservation Corps and like has backpacked in and spent weeks in the wilderness, and like that's what they do for fun.
It's honestly pretty fun, personally. I think. My thing
Yeah.
is that I want to. So my big 3-0 is coming up, right? And I'm not big on birthdays. I really don't care for them. I never really have. But my lady really wants me to have a very special birthday. So I was like, okay. And I told her what I really wanted. And to my, not surprise, but to my joy, we're doing it.
So what you really wanted is to go to Vegas with me, right?
No. You just want, I hate Vegas. I hate Vegas so much.
But now you enjoy it because you've learned how to play craps.
I do love playing craps. I'm not gonna lie. That really.
We
got me
could go to
going.
Vegas and play craps.
I'd rather just go to you and go to an Indian casino and play craps, not go to Vegas. I'm poor.
Vegas is cheaper to get to. That's
For me, not for you. And we can cook, like, save money, live better. Walmart.
no. You want to go camping with your girlfriend?
I do. We're gonna go to a zero dark park with no pollution, right on the river, no electricity, no running water, and I'm really excited. I know it sounds lame, but apparently you can see the Milky Way, and that's what I've been trying to see since I was a kid. When I was
So
a
you
kid,
can see the galaxy that we're in.
yeah. The collection of stars with less light pollution is so dense that they look like clouds.
Sweet.
Yeah. When I was a kid, the thing that I wanted the most, and what I would want now as an adult too, is I really want to go to space. I've been obsessed with space since I was a kid. And
It must be a Mexican thing.
it might be. It might be. I love space, and I've loved space forever. But I knew it wasn't in my track at all because limiting circumstances, not just that, but a couple other things. So, you know,
Not just what? What are you talking about?
my vision's too bad to go.
Go
Yeah.
get LASIK.
It's correctable, but it's not perfect.
I don't think it has to be perfect, does it?
I think it does. Or it did. I think it did. I don't think it does anymore. But yeah. So now my dream as an adult is to own a ranch and become an old man on a porch swing with a shotgun. And learn how to grow plants. I never really learned how to grow plants.
That's pretty simple. Well, I shouldn't say that. I did really good the first few years, and this last 2 years, my garden sucked. So
I want to learn. It looks interesting. It looks fulfilling. So I don't know.
welcome to your 30s, buddy.
You know, instead of so I used to be really into bourbons, right? Like trying different bourbons and doing all this stuff. Fuck that. I want to learn how to make hot sauces.
That's not that hard.
That's what I've heard. But I want to make like the perfect hot sauce.
You just got to get the right chilies.
See? And imagine if I could grow my own chilies. Oh yeah. Don't get me started. I'm excited.
That's good. You should be excited.
I'm at the point in my
You
life.
know, I'm excited for it.
Thank you. I'm at the point in my life now where I make decent money. I've been saving a lot. I'm gonna get a house, and I'm good, finally. So, kind of need hobbies. Since my buddy doesn't want to play video games with me during the week anymore.
Since what?
Since my buddy doesn't want to play video games with me during the week anymore.
Oh, who's that?
You.
Bubbles or
We played.
me?
We played the last 3 days in a row.
I'm sorry. I have kids that I have to be up with at school at 7 a.m. 11 o'clock after working all day and then going to football practice and then cooking supper. I'm a little tired.
That's why you need to have a hobby to rewind with. Wound down.
That's actually, if you want to know what I would do if I won like the super lottery, I would definitely become a full-time coach.
That's interesting. That's really cool.
I enjoy coaching.
Do you think you'd be any good at it though, on like a professional level? So,
Probably not.
okay. Well, and then there you go. At least you know you need to learn some stuff.
Oh yeah, there's so much. Yeah. No,
Now,
I guess we'll see. We will see how good of a coach I am by how well the team does that I'm coaching right now.
Okay. I mean, that is an option. You just have to go to school to become, I guess, like a history teacher or something too.
Yeah, you have to be a teacher.
That's dumb. Fucking nerds.
I find that so fucking stupid because there's so many bad coaches at the high school level that just do it for like an extra $3,000 a year.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
I hate it.
I had some really good coaches, but they weren't required to be teachers.
Yeah, I don't think they should be required to be teachers.
They were there because they wanted. There had to be a teacher on. Like one of them had to be a teacher, so they pulled our like senior history teacher, and he just kind of sat around. We reined in the money. Well, we all got to actually enjoy our time with real coaches.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Well, they keep it up, and at least around here, I think high school sports will start dying because, like, you can get into so many better club sports that aren't affiliated with the school, and then you get into better coaches, but yeah,
Absolutely, it's not a surprise. We actually just so we were in Charleston, man, and we were downtown Charleston, which, by the way, best seafood I've had in a long time. Super fucking awesome.
Nice.
Super dope. I had like 5 lobster rolls and I had the shits thereafter. But we were in the middle of a bar
what's it?
at a brewery. We were at a brewery, and all of the guys that I was there with put on the Little League Little League National Championship for baseball, and were screaming their heads off.
It's called the Little League World Series.
They were screaming their heads off because a team from a small town here, it's an hour away, was
Texas.
Yeah, they were playing.
Florida.
Yeah, and they lost.
Yep. Florida ended up winning it all. They beat China.
Oh, there's actual other countries playing?
Yeah, so they do it. The U.S. has one side of a bracket, and then they've got like whole separate fields, and they do an international one. And then at the final championship is the winner of the international bracket and the winner of the USA bracket.
Oh, that's kind of
He's
cool.
the Little League World Series champ. So like there was a team from Florida that won it all.
That's actually really nice to hear that Florida won. They were good. I mean, I was kind of impressed. Like, these kids were fucking rocking.
Oh yeah, they're really good baseball players.
I'm excited for that era of my life, but I don't know if I could ever be a coach. I've never done it before.
It's not easy.
I couldn't think it was. To rein in kids. Like,
Yeah. When they get older at like that age, they're a lot easier. Like they're a lot more coachable. Like the difference between my oldest and my youngest, which is only 3 years, but like just being able to coach them and like, hey, do this different, and how they react to it is night and day.
well, I mean, your oldest seems very dedicated too, though. He's really into what
Yeah.
he's doing.
But so is the youngest with a lot of stuff, but his brain just doesn't register the changes the way it needs to yet.
That makes sense.
Like I have to tell him over and over. Like if we're hitting the ball, it's like he'll get here and I'm like, all right, back elbow up. And then he'll put his back elbow up. And then the next play as he gets up to hit, back elbow up. Oh yeah. It's not that he doesn't want to do it. He gets into this comfortable position and he just hasn't gotten the muscle memory of how he needs to get into that right position. And he doesn't, I mean, and it's all the kids of that age, because my oldest used to be the same way when he was that younger. Now I'm like, hey, do this different. And I'll say it to somebody else. I was talking to the lineman today and I'm like, hey, when you guys are doing this, it's like you're getting in your stances, your butts are getting too low. I need you to get your butts up so it drives you forward when we snap the ball. And I didn't even tell my oldest, but he heard me say it to one other guy, and instantly his butt was up and he was driving forward. So
Again, I do think a lot of that is about your kids too, though. You've got good kids. You got pretty lucky, I would say.
Yeah.
Maybe not
Oh,
lucky,
sure.
but it's been the parenting style that you've had too. I've seen it. Like, they're very
I got lucky.
responsive to your criticisms specifically.
I put in the work.
You did, and I'm giving you kudos for it. Like, I see it. It's actually pretty cool. Now, if they would stop asking me so many questions, that would be great. But besides that,
Hey, at least you're not the leader of the tour of the cave.
how bad was that?
Bad for him, good for us.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, it actually really doesn't bother me all that much. Like, it's whatever. They're kids. I just have to be like, oh, he just wants to know, man. Like,
Yeah, he genuinely just wants to know. His brain is, yeah,
I swear that kid's gonna cure cancer.
maybe. I tell you what, they did have a rough day today.
Ooh.
Well, they know how my grandpa passed away. And then hearing that their mom also had that, they were both very emotional about it.
I bet. That's mama. And again, your kids have a very close relationship with both of you, so
Yeah.
I can understand it. But
So-
she's fine.
Yeah. 3 shots. Whew, you getting after it tonight.
I know I went for the third because we're gonna go to sleep within the next hour.
Yeah, you've said that before.
No, but I
One
actually
more
have,
night job.
I have a big boy job now. I kind of can't. I can't wait to tell you what happened. I'm so excited.
Well, it is time to call it. We're right at about an hour. And it seems like a good stopping point.
It seems pretty good.
So, why don't you say goodbye tonight? I said hello.
Goodbye.
Yes, Savage Corn, we appreciate you